Oh my! Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Psycho, and I'm going to be reviewing The Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 7, called Heads Up. And holy crap, my bad for that really loud scream at the beginning, because I got hyped up there. I'm still hyped up because of the ending, because of the beginning. I'm just going to say this is going to be a spoiler review, so if you haven't seen this at all, please just click off the video, because I don't want to spoil anything for you all. But holy crap! What about that Glenn scene in the beginning? Yes, I predicted it, my people. I was wrong about the walkie-talkie. I'm willing to admit that. But we still don't know who the guy on the walkie-talkie is. Yet, I predicted him climbing under the dumpster. That was one of my theories. The walkie-talkie one was just another one. I had multiple ones, and the dumpster one was correct. So I talked about in another video how he could have climbed under it because there was a video clip. If you zoomed in, you could see it, and that's what happened. I'm definitely happy with that scene. I was sort of worried that it was going to be one of these things where, poof, all of a sudden Glenn's at Alexandria, but it gave reasoning behind it. It zoomed out the character shot so we saw exactly what was happening, just like how Nicholas was being eaten instead of Glenn, and it showed us that. And it showed Glenn crawling under the dumpster, which was completely possible, and he just stabbed the zombies as they tried to climb in, and after the night was up, it showed all of the zombies stacked around the dumpster, and this is definitely a possible solution for this, so I am very happy with how this turned out. This episode was just excellent in my opinion. Everything about it, I don't know what it was, but I loved all of the conversations like Rick had with Morgan. All of these conversations with Enid and Glenn, I just loved them. They were all perfect. None of them was filler convos, which never really happens in the show, but I just loved every conversation in this. Of course, we got the tagline, Heads Up, which came from when Enid throws the bottle of water at Glenn, and he doesn't catch it and it spills, which is where, you get the name for the episode. So I thought that was interesting as well. Moving on, we get some interaction between Enid and Glenn. And at first, when she aimed the gun at Glenn, I was like, Glenn, just kill her. I'm done with people trying to threaten your life, man. But then, we just got the idea that she's stubborn and she's trying to keep herself away from people and not get too close because she knows what happens. Next, I want to mention the speech with Morgan and Rick and Michonne. I thought that was really cool because Morgan started talking about his reasoning for why he doesn't kill everyone and why he thinks life is precious. Because he said that Morgan was definitely going to kill Rick. He was going to kill him back in King County, and Rick saved his life because he knew who he was, and he felt like he had to give somebody else that chance, because if he wasn't given that chance, he would have been dead. And then I like how he mentioned if Rick hadn't have saved him, then the wolves might have not have been at Alexandria, because Morgan wouldn't have been there to save Aaron and Daryl. And that just shows to realize he's sort of questioning his qualities and his ideas. Like he said, he doesn't really know. He doesn't know. Now, I want to talk about the part where Rick is talking to Ron and he's teaching him how to use his gun. And of course, Carl is in the background there, sort of saying these remarks that's gonna, make Ron a little mad. And that was making me nervous because I know this is not gonna end good. Just like in the ending, we saw Ron about to shoot Carl. That's what he wants that ammo for. And I just wish somebody would kill this little punk ass. That's what he is. I'm sorry to say it. But Ron is a person that's just going to screw everyone else over just because he wants to kill someone and do something completely idiotic. Nobody freaking messes with Rick's son. Carl, I know people don't like him, but that is freaking Rick's son. You don't mess with him. Rick will put him down quick. It's just the point that somebody thinks that they can mess with Rick's group after they've seen what Rick can do. You don't do that. I was like yelling at the TV, please somebody kill Ron, please. I was yelling that when he was walking down the road behind Carl, and I was just like, holy crap, this is going to be bad. Then we got the scenes with Morgan, even after the speech with Rick, he's trying to get medicine from Denise sneakily and take it back to the wolf. And I think that this is just stupid. It's stupid. I know Morgan is a good person and he's trying to change because he knows if he starts killing again, he can transfer back to his old person, which, that could be bad. I was so bumped up when I saw Carol hand off the baby to Jesse and she was like sneakily stalking Morgan and Denise. I just thought, yep, Carol, she's only been in a few episodes, but she's still going to be that badass she is because that's just who she is. She gets stuff done and she doesn't put up with any BS. Every time I see Carol make a move on this screen, on the TV screen, I'm screaming, heck yeah, Carol. Like, she's always doing the right thing. The things that I would make a choice in, she's doing. And I think that's why she's such a fan favorite. She does what people know needs to be done. And Morgan is just not thinking clearly right now. Especially with Judith around. The wolf even said he would kill the children. So why in the world is he still letting him live? Now the question is Denise going to tell somebody? I don't even know if they'll have time to tell somebody after the tower fell. Not to mention how crazy that was. Of course, we got that music, as the balloons were going up. And every Walking Dead episode, something crazy is going to happen at the end. So I was just expecting it. And then we see the tower slowly falling. And it's like, oh my god, this is about to get crazy. And then the screen ends and we see the previews. Oh my, I'm so excited. This was, I don't know what it was. This episode was excellent. Like, it's in the categories of excellency with JSS and thank you. Of course, you can expect this from an episode that's leading to a mid-season finale. But still, it was like, holy crap, we gotta see Glenn's alive. We gotta see Rick, making some moves. We just got to see so much in this episode. Also, I want to talk about the grappling hook that Spencer was trying to climb across. And of course, this was a decent idea, but he did not tell Rick. When you make a plan and you're about to execute it, you make a plan with Rick. You don't do it without asking Rick, because Rick knows best, and you're going to know that throughout the show. Rick does know what's best for the group and for the people. And I really like the part where Rick says, instead of helping Spencer up, I could have let the zombies eat him, jump off the wall where they weren't standing at, run to a car and lead them away, but he didn't do that. And I thought, what, that's Rick's instincts kicking in. That's his badass instincts. That's just Rick, and I love Rick, man. He is a beast. I also want to mention when he finally saves Spencer and he's screaming at him like, what are you doing? Like, when he says that, I heard Shane in him. No one else but Shane. It sounded exactly like Shane, in my opinion. That was something that I would see Shane do. And, of course, he yells at Tara, like, why are you putting your neck out for these people when they're sort of helpless? And she just gives him a bird. It was like, did she really just give him the bird? That was so funny, too. It's just, I don't know. I'm a Rick-tatorship guy. I just love seeing Rick go ham and get in the zone. That scene, that grappling hook scene, was very intense, by the way. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. Another scene that came to mind that I want to mention is where Eugene is talking to Rosita, and, he's sort of acting afraid, and Rosita walks up to him, and he's like, why are you afraid? And, of course, Eugene, being the sort of coward he is, he's like, well, we've got machetes with open-toed shoes here. And I was like, really? Did he just say that with zombies all over? And, it's just something Eugene would say. And I love the speech that Rosita made where she's like, you should be afraid to be living, not afraid to die. Because when you're living, you see all of your people around you die, and you have to live with that. But dying, it's just over all of a sudden, and you don't have to deal with any of it. And I love that because as soon as she said that, after that scene, it switched over to Enid. And that sort of represented her story of how she has to live with her parents dying and everyone around her dying. And it's like she's afraid to live. Glenn keeps telling her that she doesn't have to be afraid, and she denies it. And Glenn's like, you go on for the dead. You keep going because of the dead. And I just love that because it all ties in together on what Rosita stated. This was just such an excellent episode. I loved it, honestly, so much. It's just one of these episodes that you will remember. Just so many conversations that are going to resonate throughout the whole season. These are conversations that I will remember. These are scenes that I will remember. I'm just so pumped up over Glenn as well. I just love seeing Glenn being the good guy. He's sort of like, he says he's doing it for Maggie when he wants to save Enid. And then after, he's like, I'm doing this for me now. I just love that because you see good guy Glenn, but I think Glenn is going to change. I think now that this has happened, Glenn is going to realize that he's going to have to kill some people. Because Glenn has not killed a single human in the whole series. I'm pretty sure some of you guys probably know that. But I think this is going to be a drastic change for him. And he's going to realize that sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Overall, I'm just going to say it one more time. I absolutely love this episode. I would love to see what some of you guys thought of it. Let me know in the comments below because I will always love to listen to other people's ideas on here because it's just so awesome to have a fan base that you can talk with and understand their viewpoints and everything like that. So if you have any ideas or predictions or anything like that, just let me know in the comments, because it's so cool to interact with you all. And if you enjoyed this review and the episode, please hit me with a like. That would be so awesome, because it always helps me out a ton. As always, thanks for watching. Peace out.